Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Please, we'll begin in a few minutes. At exactly 4:05 p.m. West African time. We'll commence. Welcome once again.
Thank you. Good morning or good afternoon.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
All right. So welcome once again, everyone. Welcome to this Shirut's Cohort 1 graduation ceremony. How do we feel today? Kindly confirm you can hear me. Just help me in the chat box. How are we feeling today? Excited, proud, mixed feelings? I mean, it's been an awesome journey so far. Particularly for me, I have enjoyed the journey, I must say. Meeting every one of you, having to interact. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. So how has the journey been? What are your feelings like today? Excited. Favor is saying she's excited. Awesome. Patience is also excited. Wow. Esther is proud. Okay, Grace is grateful and excited. I like that. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I mean, we are all meant to be proud of ourselves because we had some real hurdles, real challenges. Uh-oh. I don't want it to end too. Yes, so that's why I said I think we should be having like mixed feelings. Excited, yes. We are coming to the end of a very good journey. And then sad because, it was a good journey. We learned from each other. We had some real connections, some friends, some chats. It was a great moment together. Right. Azizat is proud of what she was able to achieve. Wow. So that's really awesome. That's really awesome. Okay, so we'll be diving right into what we have for today, being our graduation ceremony. All right, so just a few moments, I'll be sharing my screen. Okay, so officially welcoming you to the She Roots Bootcamp Cohort 1 graduation ceremony. I believe we can all see my screen and hear me clearly. All right. Okay, so we are super proud that you are one of the 300 graduates present here for this amazing event. And we look forward to more opportunities for you and more exploits proceeding the things you've learned from this bootcamp and your entire experience with SciSec NG. Okay, here is a brief opening message. This bootcamp arises from the need to provide more opportunities for African women to gain relevant and competitive skills in tech. It is indeed evident that tech is the new gold, and the earlier we are braced up for the challenges in skill shortage and then the mass opportunities available, the better our chances are making an impact and attaining success. This is why we have been tutored and mentored on top relevant digital skills. So She Roots Bootcamp is an initiative by SciSec NG to help bridge the digital skills gap for African women all around the world and to help them understand the need for top relevant digital skills, as well as give them an insight to the basics and intermediary knowledge of these skills. So on this note, I welcome you to the Pioneer Graduation Ceremony of She Roots Bootcamp Cohort 1. My name is Mary Idono, and I am the Program Associate at Cybersecurity Challenge Nigeria. Okay, so with us here during the bootcamp, first and foremost, I would like to introduce you, SheRoots participants, awesome and amazing ladies, our great sheroes. We are here. Also with us is Mr. Victor Idono, who is the Director General of SciSec NG. We have Oyindamola Jimo, representing Upgraded Era. We also have Mr. Benjamin from CompTIA, as well as all our other coaches and team members from SciSec NG as well. So in due time, we'll be hearing from everyone, and then we'll be gaining insights as to what they have for us for today, as well as, of course, the main reason we're here, which is our graduation ceremony. All right, so moving on, we'll be having, moving on, we'll be having an address from Oyindamola Jimo, representing Upgraded Era, which is our sponsor. Are you here with us, Oyindamola? Kindly unmute yourself. Okay, can we have Miss Grace? Miss Grace, can you help us with that? Hello, Miss Grace.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sorry, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you. I didn't really prepare much for this, but I'll like to take you through what and who Upgraded Era is. As you can see on the screen, Upgraded Era is an ICT and cybersecurity company based here in Nigeria. So, sorry, pardon me. We deal with ICT services, cybersecurity services. That's how SciSec NG was bettered, and through the initiative to impact the society by providing the youths, up-and-coming youths with opportunities, career paths, trainings, and certifications. So, and that's another reason why SheRoots is currently taking place. So it's also to help women ranging from all age group. Also, we also help males too, but this is our first one for females. We're having for general ones. So SciSec Upgraded Era, sorry, I'm under the weather. Upgraded Era not just only provides, we're not just trying to make profit, we're also trying to impact Nigeria, Africa, and the world at large. So you can kindly go on our website to find more about us, our social media handles, all of them across all this Upgraded Era. You can go to www.upgradedera.com to find more. And that'll be all from my end. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that introduction, Ms. Grace. Are you online now?
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so first of all, congratulations to all the ladies graduating today. And I'm going to be giving a speech about Upgraded Era and who we are. So Upgraded Era started its operational activities focusing on delivering ICT and cybersecurity solutions across Africa. I believe that we are a reputable company and we try to give high quality over quantity. And since then, we've been able to deliver solutions that have added values to our clients' businesses and their visions, trying to keep them up to date in everything that we talk about technical. We give them technical support and we offer high quality and secure solutions for corporate organizations, small and medium scale businesses, enterprises, government and non-government agencies, financial institutions, academia, just name it, and we are there, we are available, and we give you the very best. Our services include information on cybersecurity, network security and infrastructure, collaboration and storage solutions, data center and virtualization. We also offer IT solutions, like I said earlier, human resource outsourcing, trainings, and certifications. And it's part of our social responsibility to sponsor boot camps like this in order for us to create an opportunity for ladies like you to go into tech and also be a problem solver in the nearest future and be able to educate other people around you. And we try to support every initiative for African women and also men. I believe we'll have another bootcamp coming up. So congratulations to everyone, and just make sure that you're aware of what you have learned. Have passion for it and be an impact maker. Don't just learn it because of the certification. Actually learn it because you're supposed to do something with it. So we believe that this was a well-achieved boot camp, and we congratulate the SciTech team for a job well done. And thank you very much for your dedication and putting your all into this. And I wish you the very best. So congratulations to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Oyinda. Thank you so much for that very introduction from our sponsor. Thank you so much for always being willing to sponsor such kind of activities, Upgraded Era. We look forward to more boot camps together and more sessions, more opportunities for young persons across Africa. Okay, so next up, we'll be looking at the schedule of activities for the rest of this ceremony, which up next we'll be having our host in the person of Mr. Victor Idono. He'll be addressing us on a few key things we should know going forward, as well as a brief congratulatory message, after which we'll be having a special guest from CompTIA Global in the person of Mr. Benjamin Kilonzo, who also have our award and recognitions hosted by Mr. Precious Olives. And then we'll be having the closing remarks from both the SciSec team and then the Shiru Bootcamp participants. Okay, so I believe Mr. Victor is here with us. I think we are ready to hear from you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Good day, everyone. And it's an honor to be with you guys. I've been hearing of all of the outcomes so far, the entire processes, the programs, and all your tests, your quizzes, your projects, and it's been interesting. I've actually also seen your testimonial videos. It has also been impressive. So just to recap, a quick run through of what we are doing today, just a little contribution to all you've learned and a way forward. So before that, let me quickly take us through what Cybersecurity Challenge Nigeria initiative is all about. It was actually founded in the year 2016 by my humble self. And then when you talk of cybersecurity, it's not something that is as common as it is today. Then the acronym used to affiliate us with cybersecurity is Cyber Police and Cyber Megad. In Nigeria, then once you mention cybersecurity, the first thing that comes to mind is Cyber Police or Cyber Megad. And that then it was really kind of a struggle because a lot of persons do not have the awareness as we do now. These days, once you mention cybersecurity, someone can give you at least a brief introduction or a brief description or something about it. But then it was a bit difficult. So it was more of, okay, it was restricted to big organizations, the financial sector, those that actually have active engagement with data, information, privacy, and all. So Cybersecurity Challenge Nigeria is the first and the largest offensive premier cyber conference and hacking event in Africa. Then we started with just hacking conference, where hackers can actually converge and we get to test their skills and identify the best of them, connect them to opportunities and all. Cybersecurity Challenge Nigeria is an NGO with a focus on identifying Nigerians. At the time it started, now we've expanded to covering Africa and other regions of the world, identifying the next generation of cybersecurity professionals, connecting the best and the brightest of the cybersecurity industry, which is helping to create an enabling platform for skill acquisition, youth empowerment, and local content development in the area of information and cybersecurity to national and economic development of the nation. So we're making concerted effort to identify, train, as well as engage youths in the area of InfoSec, the youths through job creation, skill development, and generating revenue. By this, we are helping to curb illicit activities from all angles as much as we can do, especially to young minds, old, young professionals, experts who are interested in building a career in cybersecurity, and of course, creating an awareness for everyone. So part of what we look at CySec NG is identifying and developing cybersecurity talents to meet the country's critical cybersecurity workforce needs. We all agree that globally today, cybersecurity skills, there's a shortage in that field or in this field, and there's need to actually bring in more professionals into the space. I was at an online virtual conference. I think that was day before yesterday. And one of the key highlights is the fact that cyber threat is on the increase in Africa because of shortage of professionals, experts, certified professionals. A lot of times today, because people hear cybersecurity to be a trending field, the next thing you hear from them is, I'm a cybersecurity expert or I'm a cybersecurity professional, without actually undergoing the basics, the intermediate and the advanced skills required to actually play a crucial role in that field. So it's very much important for us to identify individuals, talented young minds, old, young, whichever category. Age is not a barrier when it comes to cybersecurity. Why everything happens in your mind, everything happens in your brain, what you know, what you have. It is not really by age because it's not all physical engagement. So as many that are interested in joining or building a career in it, at whatever age you find yourself, at whatever level you find yourself, you want to switch careers, we're here to create opportunity towards increasing the workforce in Africa. The next is to bring IT stakeholders together to share knowledge, experiences, while encouraging partnership through dialogue. We bring professionals, we bring persons from the public and the private sector. We have government, we have affiliation with law enforcement agencies, the security and all, whereby we also help provide solutions to their problem at the public level, government level, and the private sectors. So it's an avenue for every one of us to come together. And that is why we do hackathons, we do conferences, we do webinars, we do hangouts, boot camps, etc. So the next is to create and maintain a respectable position among major policy makers, national and international bodies, developmental investors, academia, research institutes, development partners, and relevant governmental and non-governmental organizations, with a view of achieving a coordinated effort amongst them towards the realization of ICT sector's growth potential and the major contribution to the success of nation transformation plan. We all agree that digital transformation is gaining massive ground in Africa as of today. A lot of digital inclusion is taking place. A lot of persons are becoming more aware and they're getting to the internet space. The more the traffic is hitting the internet space, the more criminality is also shifting from the physical to the internet space. And that is why there is a need to also identify more professionals who can help in securing that space. So next, we promote local content development and innovations in IT by providing a platform to demonstrate local talents, expertise, know-how, and exportability of potentials that are available within Nigeria in line with the nation's goals and objectives. This has actually been much impactful. Take, for example, sometime early this year when we were preparing for when we just started the year, we were looking at our list and lineup of programs for the year. We identified a lot of talents. We met a new set of persons, those that wanted internship and all, and we gave out internship to a good number of persons. And in the process, we've actually been able to come up with practical impact, young minds that are actually creative. And it's exciting to note that today, one of our young participants just had his OSCP certification. He wrote the exam recently and he passed the exam. He just shared the news with me this afternoon, and it was really, really exciting. So it's an avenue to actually identify skill set, to actually positively engage them, because it's one thing to identify, to have a skill is another thing to put it to use. So next, we sensitize Africans at our events on potential applications of ICT technology as a whole for effective businesses, individual and national development solutions. This way, we bring in partners, the likes of EC Council, the likes of CompTIA. We work with state government, the likes of Cisco and the likes, where we're able to find ways of making certifications a lot more available, a lot more financially affordable for as many that are interested in obtaining certifications. So what we do, we run competitions, we build games, and we organize networking events. We work with industry partners, governmental bodies, students, and teachers. We make the cybersecurity industry more accessible, more inclusive, and of course, more diverse, stretching it across to more persons across the globe, more age groups, more group of persons in general. Be that you're working already, you want to take it as a side hustle or a side gig or something. We are trying to make more cybersecurity more inclusive and more diverse. So we inspire the future talent, e.g. cybersecurity, CISEC NG Women in Cybersecurity. We build games. We, of course, give out career Can we all hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, thanks. So as I was saying, one thing with cybersecurity is if you don't actively get yourself engaged, it's not a one-off thing. You don't get trained today and you go and relax with the mindset that, yes, I've been trained or I've acquired this skill, I've acquired that skill. No, cybersecurity is beyond that. Why? Different threats are evolving on a daily basis. Of course, technology is advancing and there is a need to actually do more and achieve more. So you need to get yourself familiarized with the latest threats and of course their countermeasures or how to safeguard yourself as an individual, safeguard your organization or your nation as the state, as it may be. So cybersecurity career fairs, we do all of that. We do university networking events. Our last university engagement was in Benue State University in Nigeria. That was before the just called off strike. So we work to promote greater inclusivity in cybersecurity and of course diversity. So the next is a lot of times after a boot camp like this, what should you do? Keep practicing, okay? You just have to keep practicing. It is not enough to pick up the certificate and you go and relax. No. Keep practicing. It's very, very much important. Learning never stop and you shouldn't give it a pause. Stay connected in your pursuit for a career in cybersecurity. Don't leave this space. If you're in a community, as you already have currently on your Discord channel, remain in the community, engage with whatever content relating to the industry that is being shared. Learn as much as you can learn. Keep making your research in your own little way. Give yourself tasks. Keep making your contributions. And you discover that over time, you're getting more and more knowledgeable in your chosen field. So approach work with enthusiasm. It's not enough to just have the mindset of, well, anything comes, anything goes. No, at least it's impressive to see that out of 600 women that started this, we have at least 50% graduating today. So for those of you that are graduating today, congratulations. It's really, really impressive. I know it has not been easy for you. The schedules has been kind of tight. You're trying to blend and manage everything with your work schedules and all, yet you're able to make it to the finals. Congratulations for that. So stay put and all of that. So next is I want to just give us a few moves to break even after an exciting and impactful bootcamp as this. Look within the industry that is related to cybersecurity. Look around you. Think of rules you can actually do, things you can actually support with. What are things you can do? Identify cybersecurity related engagement and see how you can be of value to the persons around you, to the organizations around you, etc. Next is spell out your soft skills. Soft skills, your communication skills, your presentation skills, and all. You need to identify to yourself, what can I do now? No matter how small, no matter how technical, no matter how easy it may be, knowledge is versatile. No man is an island of knowledge. So what you know today, some other person there are paying to actually gain access to it. So identify what you've learned, identify what you know in the industry, and find ways where you can apply it. You can decide to apply it for free or for a fee, but preferably for now, you don't need to request a fee. You're still in the process of learning, you're still trying to build yourself and gain a stronger base for yourself. So at this point, identify your skills and see how you can help individuals, organizations, anybody around you, how you can help them with the skills you have. And of course, that way you'll be able to, it will expose you to real life scenarios where you can actually apply these skills in real life, and it will better enhance your skill level, because in the process, you'll come across challenges that will require you to go and do more research. And the more research you do, the more knowledgeable you become. So next is revamp or start your LinkedIn profile. Now, I believe the LinkedIn environment, we're all conversant with LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, this is the time for you to go and develop one or create one for yourself. Arrange your LinkedIn profile, revamp it, put in what you've learned, talk about what you've learned, tell persons, people are out there looking for young ideas, looking for skill sets, looking for enthusiasts. Speak about what you've learned, talk about what you've learned, put about your certifications, things you are aspiring to do. Contributing your little quarter. And of course, if there are roles within what you've learned so far, super awesome. It's something you also can also look into. So the next is do internship to get relevant knowledge. If there is any room for internship you found online on LinkedIn, search. There are a lot of them out there. Apply for internship. Remote, it mustn't be physical, remote, create time, just like you've created time to be part of this program from beginning till this final phase. Also, create time for such kind of engagement, internship opportunities, volunteer opportunities, make your own contributions. The more you engage in such program, the more knowledgeable you become. And of course, the more it will prepare you for what you're doing. The next is volunteer. If there's opportunity for volunteer, please make your time available. There are a lot of opportunities out there. For those of us graduating today, we are going to be unveiling our volunteer program for you, so you can also volunteer if you have time. If you don't have time, it's still pretty good. But as much as possible, it may not be us, it can be anybody out there. Make yourself available. The more you expose yourself, the more knowledgeable you become. Let's take a practical example. Say you want to learn how to repair a car and you get to the mechanic workshop. If you sit down all day in the workshop without interacting with cars, you will end up learning nothing. In 30 days, 1 year, you will not learn anything. But the more problems you come across, the more you're able to find ways to solve them. The problem you've solved yourself, the knowledge sticks to you. Any problem you solve yourself, the knowledge sticks to you. No one can take it from you. You might have stretched yourself to do research to try and get solutions to getting that result done. The moment you successfully accomplish that task, it becomes part of you. The next time you see the task again, you say, oh man, if it's this one, I've done it before. There's really nothing new. I can do it. So that is what volunteer opportunities bring for you. It may look like you're working without pay, but trust me, you're actually getting real knowledge that on a normal day people would pay for. So if you have such opportunities, key into them. Next is start a side gig if possible. Something, no matter how small, it mustn't be complex, something that you can do within your space. You can kickstart it. Then again, invest in certifications. It is not just enough to say, I have the knowledge, I have the knowledge. As much as possible, invest in certifications. Compare certifications, EC Council certifications, invest in them. One thing with certifications, they open the door for you to gain access into any organization. The knowledge you have, it is what retain you in that industry or in that company. So a lot of times when people send out applications, I can do XYZ, I can do ABC. The organization employing will look at your CV. They will make their choices and call for interview based on certifications first as consideration before moving to, okay, they don't want to, before considering persons that are without certification. So certification is not really the priority, it's not the primary thing in the world we live in today. It is the skill, but in most cases, certifications will open the door for you. The next is take online courses, online labs, invest in online labs, play around the ones you can play around with. We'll be giving away some vouchers on pen testers lab today. Then there's something we'll be introducing to the community before this year run out. Definitely before this year run out, relating to labs and all the partnership deal we're working on, and definitely that will be feasible before the year runs out. Then also, alongside your job, once in a while, you can even set up your own hacking environment where you can test run your skills. You don't have to wait for when you have the money to afford a full hacking lab or something. You can set up your own. You can even reach out on ways where we can assist in helping you put all of that up. So the next is build a project. Give yourself a project. This is what I want to achieve. This is what I want to do. And no matter how small, no matter how big, it's also important you get started with that. So the technical skills you should look out for, there are technical skills, there are also soft skills. Technical skills like your basic IT skills, programming skills, hacking skills, and verbal written communication. As much as possible, it's not just enough to get the skills. As you're getting the skills, put them to practice. Verbal skills, your communication is important. You need to tell anybody you're coming across that I can do X, Y, Z. A lot of times we find out that we are timid. We can't really even speak about what we know and what we can do for people. So your ability to communicate your expertise, your knowledge, your skill sets to persons around you, it will create a lot of opportunities for you. So develop your communication skills, develop your basic IT skills, your hacking skills, your programming skills, whichever, any of these skills, very, very much important. So ensure you're building on them. Next is another tip I want to share with us is collaboration. Nobody, I will always say, nobody is an island of knowledge. I myself am not the most advanced person in cybersecurity. There are certifications, even at my own years of experience in the industry, I'm still looking towards writing. I'm still looking towards acquiring. I'm still trying to get deeper in some certain areas. So nobody's an island of knowledge. You graduating today from this bootcamp, I can meet you up anytime if I know you're knowledgeable in a particular aspect or skill that I have no idea of. I don't mind. Age is not a barrier. What you want to know is knowledge. Go for knowledge anywhere it is. If you can grab it, awesome. So collaborate with people. We are all in this group. It's not enough to say, okay, well, bootcamp is over. I can go out of the group now, or let me know, communicate again. Oh, not hearing me clearly. Okay, maybe you give me just a minute. All right, so like I was saying, if it's clearer, you can just let me know. Okay, thank you. So a lot of times it is not enough. Nobody's an island of knowledge. Your skill set is very, very much important. Same as your network. Collaborate with people, ask questions, and don't feel you've acquired all. No, nobody's an island. Anywhere you find knowledge, go for it. Ask questions, relate with people. You may find someone that is pretty much good with networking, and maybe you're good with forensics. Collaborate with the person. There are times you may need that person you're trying to solve something or you're trying to figure out something, and you ask the person a question, something that has taken you days, hours, trying to figure out. The person will just look at it and in minutes, just get to understand it, and he will give you an answer. He or she can give you an answer that will really save you a huge amount of time. And so there's need for you to collaborate with people, collaborate with everyone. Very, very much important. So next is lifelong learning. Cybersecurity is a field that evolves quickly. Like I said, if you leave it, it will leave you. Why? Different technologies are evolving, so are threats, and the old ones are getting phased out they are getting patched. Vulnerabilities of year 2015 or 2016 when we started, they are no longer the vulnerabilities of today. All of them have been patched. Some, the technologies have been abandoned. Newer, more sophisticated, more secure technologies have evolved. So also the threats that have also evolved. So all of these are things you put into consideration and ensure that learning is lifelong. Learning is lifelong. I was actually impressed by the age groups we have in here. Super awesome. Learning is lifelong. It's a continuous process. And of course, cybersecurity is our shared responsibility. So with these few points, I want to believe that we'll all make a huge impact out there. It is not enough to do certification or to do boot camps and you go and sleep. Please try as much as possible all that I have communicated, put them into practice, yes, and ensure that you keep learning every day, you keep practicing every day. Peradventure, you're stuck anywhere, you can reach out to us anytime, any day, and of course, we will respond. In addition to that, we'll now open up the opportunity for volunteers. We have an online academy. Peradventure, you want to come up or you want to start making research programs or try putting up content together in a particular field, in a particular focus area, maybe networking or something that you really, really have passion for, and you want to make a lot of research and come up with write-ups, articles, course content, etc. Name it, anything you want to venture into. We're giving you an avenue to volunteer, and of course, your name will be tied to such programs. One thing we do at SciSec NG Initiative is it is not enough to just train people or expose people to content or to cybersecurity and we leave them in the middle of nowhere. No, we'll try as much as possible to guide you from the very beginning to as advanced as possible as you can go. So if you have time and you really want to venture or take up any of these opportunities, you can, get to sign up for the volunteer program. Let us know and we will, engage you. Come up with articles, come up with course content, come up with whatever kind of content that you think will be beneficial to the community. For example, after a program like this, one person amongst us can be like, okay, for SciTech NG, part of my contribution is to release an article, either a research or something on cybersecurity once every week, once every 2 weeks, once every month, depending on how flexible you are. You can try to be doing that. And that can open a whole lot of opportunities for you because two things, as you are generating those content, we are helping you to spread it to all community members, online, offline, and across all of our social media platforms, even on our site. And of course, that is also helping to build your own LinkedIn profile. You never can tell where an opportunity will come from. Then if you also have time for mentorship and you think, because from now you'll be moving on to the Shirut alumni. If you have time, you really want to mentor new persons coming into the industry. Of course, before you can mentor someone, you have to also be knowledgeable. It means there's still more work you need to do on yourself. So as you're doing all of that, you have room to mentor the younger ones or the newer persons coming into the industry. All of that opportunity is available at SciSec NG initiative. You never can tell where these little volunteer engagements will take you to in terms of knowledge acquisition, in terms of opportunities in the cybersecurity industry, in terms of benefits and all. So all of these are things you have to consider when doing these post-Shirut bootcamp engagements. However you want to do it, they are all available for you. So congratulations to everyone. Congratulations to all participants for your commitment from beginning to the end. Congratulations to yourself. You should be able to tell yourself congratulations. You've actually put in a lot of effort. I know I'm very much aware that midway into this program, a lot of persons were already tired in terms of, wow, we never expected this to be this tasking or this engaging. The engagement is really coming hard. All the coaches are making their input and trying as much as possible to get the message out there. And with all of our busy schedules, we're able to make it to this stage. So congratulations. Then special appreciation to a lot of us, appreciation to a lot of us, the best participating participants, the best, those that we're engaging in terms of conversations and all. Well done to every one of you. Next steps as to what to do after the post. Shirut, I've listed all of that. Please, as much as possible, try and put them into practice. If you have any idea, any innovation you think you would want to share with the community, anything that you think will be of impact or something, you can, of course, reach out to us. We will push it for you. We will back it for you. Then another thing I want every one of us to take note in my conclusion is SciSec NG is available for all. If you have a community in your own country, in your own region, in your own state, currently in Nigeria, we have regional leads, we have state leads, we even have as far as campus leads in different campuses. In Abuja, for example, we're in partnership with Base University. We have an office space in Base University. We're in partnership with a couple of institutions, both the public and the private sector. So international and local organizations, we're in partnership with them. So if you think you are in an environment in your country where you think, okay, the activities we are doing in SciSec will be beneficial to your region, reach out to us, and you think you can start it, reach out to us. In terms of content, materials, and all that is required, we will provide for you. We will ensure we're able to help you set up what we are doing and replicate it in your region, in your community, in your institution, in your environment, and we'll get to see that region growing and moving well. So if you're good with that and you think it's something you can pick up, we are ready to work with you. In conclusion, thank you to everyone. Thank you to our sponsors, Upgraded Era, Pentesters Lab, and of course, coming up on our list of partners will be CompTIA, which is already on board, and definitely soon we will be unveiling our major activities with CompTIA. And as you all know, we have the representative here who will be speaking to us today, just right after this session. So thank you all for your time, and enjoy your graduation ceremony. I look forward to speaking with you guys, those that will be wanting or looking forward to work with us in one way or the other, collaborate, partner, as the case may be. We look forward to seeing you all. Thank you all for your time. Congratulations once again, and have a wonderful celebration. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Victor. Thank you. All right, so next up we'll be having
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Benjamin. Would like to hear from you now.
Oh, hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
All right. Right. There's some feedback. Someone needs to mute. All right. Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. Hoping that everyone can hear me clearly. Thank you very much, Victor and our MC, for this great occasion where we are graduating people that have worked very hard. I'm very glad to be part of this. And today I'm here to speak. I was given a topic, and I hope that we'll be able to do it justice. So I will start with a little story. But even as I start, I have seen that we are typing, we are giving comments, congratulating each other. That is very good. I will want us to do some introspection as we move along. I would like us to also take note. If you have a notebook, that would be very good. Thank you, Victor, once again. I think you have touched on quite a number of things that I will also touch on. Hopefully, we shall bring them to make sense, from a practical perspective. So let me share a brief presentation here. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can
Yes,
everyone
we
see
can.
my screen? Great, great. All right, so let me start with a little story here. There was a time when this story, you'll find this story in a few places on the internet, but for purposes of our session today, I hope that it's going to align with our my brief presentation. So the topic I was given is the essence of continuous learning in IT. Now, so in this story, there was a family that lived in a farm, and they were doing, taking care of cattle, and of course, they have all this space. And one time, the big man in, the owner of the farm came home, and he had a new watch, a brand new watch. And he came, showed the whole family during lunch, and then they went out and started to, to work in the farm. Now, at the end of the day, they went for supper, and as they were having supper, the man was sad. And of course, he shared the reason why he was sad. The nice watch that he had acquired and that he showed them earlier was missing. And it was a letdown. He tried to look for it, he could not find it, and everyone was sad. They went back into the farm and looked for it, and they could not find it. So they were keeping cows, and the event that afternoon, the activity they were on was to feed the cows. So they went back there, they checked, nothing, and now they came back sadder than they were when they left. So everyone had a long face, and they finished eating. And the little boy, the youngest member of the family, told the dad, can you give me one more chance? Let me go and check. And of course, what do you have to lose? he asked himself. So the little boy went back. After some good amount of minutes, the boy came back with the watch. And you can imagine how the father's face lit up. Wow, you found it. And everyone was excited and they wanted to know. We all went out there. We tried to look for this watch. We could not find it, but you went there alone and you've come back with it. What did you do? What method did you use? The little boy's answer was very inspirational, if I can call it. The boy said, I went back. It was good that you guys were not there, because if everyone was there, it was going to be noisy. I sat and I listened. And as I listened, I could hear tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. And I went to where the sound was coming from, and that's how I found your watch. So in graduating today, they say that the top of one mountain is the base of the next one. The day you decided to join the bootcamp is the day you also signed an unwritten document that said you shall forever maintain a learning habit. Because if you do not, you will be out of that journey. You will no longer be relevant in the field. So, based on that story, let us do a bit of introspection. And in this introspection, I would like each of you that are graduating today, you've learned different things. I'd like you to answer a few questions. So the first question is, what do you have? All right. What do you have in terms of what skills, what competencies have you developed today? Like that little boy, this is where you will come out of the noise of class, out of the noise of attending a scheduled session. You are alone and you dig deep down and see, out of all the things that I learned, I am good. I have acquired a particular skill. I have acquired a particular competency. There is a question that you have probably been asked, or we hear other people asking, how smart are you? Let's twist that a bit. The question is, how, let's twist that. It's always a bit confusing, but we'll get it in a sec. It's not about how smart you are, but how are you smart? Unless you are a genius, there is probably a very small number of you who will say you understood everything from day one up to the last day, that you excelled in every objective of every course. But the reality is, in everything that you learned, there are certain things that you are drawn to. There are certain things that even now you can do with ease. You may not be an expert. We are not talking about you being an expert. We're talking about what has remained after you going through this process, because that is what you're going to build on. That is what you're going to work on and package yourself. So in the next 1 minute, please type on the chat, what skill have you learned? What competency have you developed? Just anything that comes to your head, type on the chat. Our MC you can help to follow. What are people saying? What have you learned? Like the little boy, what is that tick-tock that you are hearing from your abilities? MC, you can tell us, what are the participants saying?
Okay, Ms. Tura says she has learned problem-solving skills. Aderonke said she has learned some good skills. Favor has learned time management, networking skills by Dazzles, patience under pressure. Esther has learned analytical skill based on the data analytic course. Azizat says she has learned communication skill. Dolapo has learned consistency and perseverance. Oluwatoyi has learned multitasking. Joy has learned about securing her data online. Do I go on?
No, I think that's enough. We are now
Okay.
getting the drift. So this is an introspection, and I like the answers I'm hearing. It's very good that, and I'm sure Victor is very happy that people are revealing, that the time, the efforts by the team have borne fruit. Now, the next thing, how, based on where you're going, how can you articulate what you have learned? How can you articulate it? So here, I will show you some other steps that you can take, that you can think about, that will help you, because this is the journey to repackage yourself. Remember the little boy. He sat when it was quiet and he listened. So on the first point, what do you have? Continue listing these things that you have learned, that have remained after the tests, after the classes, after all these sessions. Document them. Victor mentioned, as he was giving his address, that, and he gave you a few questions. What can you do now? So with whatever you have, what can you do with it, right? Victor mentioned that. Victor mentioned, and this is something that is very big for me, about the academy opportunity that is open to all of you, because you're simply being given an area to come and practice. What will you practice if you, one, do not know what you have? If you, now step 2, cannot articulate what you have, you need to now get into the habit of, I have finished learning, now you have the knowledge. You need to take this forward. How you take it forward is you need to be able to articulate. How can you implement this skill? Again, we go back to Victor's address. He's mentioned setting up labs. He's mentioned mentoring. He's mentioned writing articles. Those are opportunities. Can you articulate that I am a good writer? Here is a sample. Can you articulate, I can be a good mentor? Give me a chance. Give me the first person and evaluate me. Can you articulate that you have skill X, and this is how you can prove you have that skill? Can you articulate it? Can you tell a panel, if you are to meet, ever heard of the elevator pitch? If you've not, Google it. Elevator pitch is, you are in an elevator, you find yourself with Dangote, because we all know who Dangote is, or Elon Musk, whoever it is. And then they've learned, you've gained skills, you're in cybersecurity. Now, in a very short sentence, or at most a paragraph, tell him, this is what I can do for you. That is the proof. If you're able to get it down to that level, that will be the proof that you can articulate what you have learned. You can articulate, this is what I have to offer. Lastly, as you do this introspection, is the continuity of this process. This is where lifelong learning comes in. This is not a one-time task. This is not a one-time activity that you will do and forever you will be fine. No way. Again, we go back to Victor's address. The cybersecurity field changes very often. Let me use myself as an example. I know I have not talked about CompTIA much so far, but here is where it comes together. A long time ago, I gained a CompTIA certification, and that was back in 2005. I was certified in a particular CompTIA certification, but today I cannot claim to have that certification, even if I can show you a certificate that I got after passing that exam. It was A+. We have a course called A+ in CompTIA. And this was way before I knew I would be representing CompTIA in the region. And why is that? Back then, the curriculum, the content that we covered in CompTIA A+ was, very different from what is offered today. If I want to claim to be CompTIA certified today, I have to go through a study of what is new, right? I have to bridge the gap of whatever I learned, this is what is new. From aspects of security to different hardware, software, and other areas. Now, that's where continuity in this introspection comes in. The skills you have learned, you have to make sure that there is a continuous plan, strategy to upgrade. If you do not do that, then your shelf life will simply be getting shorter. And before you know it, you will be out of the industry. Are we together so far? Is this making sense? Have you noted down the 3 steps in the introspection? So back to you, MC. I would like you to pick someone and let me know if someone has answered that question, if we are still together. I might have bored people to sleep while we think we are all listening to the TikTok of our thoughts.
Okay, so yes, Rose has responded. Adeni Rukayat has equally responded. Favor Chinyere Ola has also responded. Yes, they're confirming we're actually together.
Good, very good. Okay. Now, have you seen this on Twitter? I borrowed this from Twitter. I'm sure everyone here comes across memes. We talked about articulating value. Take a minute and understand what's happening here. Person A is asking a question. Person B, who is M, has given an answer. What are your thoughts about this? What are your thoughts about this? This is in relation to articulating value. All right. Everyone can understand this, scenario presented. And here is the point why I put this here. One is that in articulating value, your language should be very clear to that particular actor who has asked you the question. Now, you have done cybersecurity. You have gone through a cybersecurity course. The way you will explain you are graduating today after undergoing this course in cybersecurity, the way you would explain that to a grandfather or a grandmother who we know, they may not be as tech savvy, is very different from the way you will explain that same thing to a HR, from the way you would explain that to a head of cybersecurity in a bank. I hope you get that. So, who do you want to speak to? Who do you want to speak to about the results of that exercise that you've done, the introspection? These are my skills. Who are you planning to speak to? How should you speak to them? If it is a HR, if it is that head of cybersecurity, here is a scenario you need to prepare yourself for. And here is where CompTIA comes in. I am a cybersecurity specialist. I am a pen test specialist. And you're telling this to a HR who has organized an interview on Zoom, and they're sitting in, let's say, in America. All right. Now, how will you differentiate yourself from another person who is in Cameroon or South Africa applying for the same position? How do you show that when it comes to pen testing, when it comes to cybersecurity analyst role, I have what it takes? How do you show the difference? How will that HR, that head of cybersecurity in the bank, say, let's pick, let's see, let me pick a random name from the attendees. MC, you can help me. Let's actually do this. MC, I would like you to pick on someone, a volunteer, so that we can walk through this together. This last point is important, and this is what makes the difference between you and every Tom, Dick, and Harry. So MC, can you please pick a volunteer? Not to worry, this is just preparation. This is not the real thing, but it's good to get yourself in that frame of mind.
Okay, just anyone from the participants, right?
Yes, yes, anyone who is graduating today qualifies.
Okay, Dazzles, I think that's Deborah Taiwo.
Okay.
Are we? Yes.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Good evening. I will go with Dazzles. Is that okay?
Yes, please.
All right. So you are in the panel, and this is an interview for a cybersecurity analyst. All right. Or whatever skill you have, whatever you wrote down. Now, you need to show that you are the right candidate from your skills, and that they should consider you because you're better. So how do you put that across? That I am more skilled and my skills are validated than this other candidate. What would you say?
All right. Thank you very much. Based on what we have here, how can we articulate the value? You made us to understand that we need to use clarity when communicating. Like the language has to be clear, and we have to communicate based on it depends on who we are communicating with. Now, in order to communicate with an HR person about the value I can add to his or her organization, I will let the person know that cyber crime has become more prevalent, and one of the ways we can tactically improve the cyberspace is the skills that I have, that I am a certified cybersecurity analyst, and based on my skills in terms of pen testing, networking skills, my understanding of the web, yes, my understanding of web development, the back end and the front end has given me the ability to understand the organization's need and how to come in, how to provide solution to that organization. Thank you.
Okay, very good, very good, very good trial. There's one thing you've said which I'll pick: certified, certification. Now, after this, go to our CompTIA website and read an article called "The Difference Between Certificates and Certification." That is one of the ways of showing, and thank you, Dazzles, for bringing that up. That is how you show, that is how you articulate that my skills are validated because I have a certification recognized in industry. If you go to any, if you land in any country, you know, get on a plane, land in any country, the proof that you will give that you are qualified, you know, to travel from point A to point B is a passport. That passport is recognized, even though the passport comes from your home country. This new country will have certain rules of, you know, before you talk, before you say, I want a visa, they will want you to produce that document. They recognize that document. Similarly, in technology, for your skills, you have to identify if it is pen testing, for example. Here, I'll talk about CompTIA. In CompTIA, we have certifications for security. The first one is Security Plus, all right? The second one that you need to consider is Cybersecurity Analyst. Pen Test Plus is also another certification. And then we have Cybersecurity Practitioner. Once you have gained, you know, experience and you've been in the field for long. So consider from CompTIA, we offer vendor neutral certifications, meaning regardless of which vendor you end up implementing security for, if it's cybersecurity, or which vendor you end up implementing cloud tasks or cloud administration for, you will be certified from an industry perspective, certified in the workforce by a HR, for example. So that is one way that is very powerful, very strong of articulating your value. If we are being interviewed for this one role in a Nigeria bank, in an American bank, in a Tanzania bank, in a South African bank, whatever country it is, they will be aware of certifications in the industry. Find out, based on the list that you did earlier, my area is pen testing, I need a certification. My area is cloud, I need a certificate. Whatever it is, look for the certification. Now, because my time is running out, let us look at your next move. Some of you know how to play chess. It's a nice game, consider it. So some more questions as we conclude. Do you have a mentor? Do you have a coach? There's a difference. Some of you might be surprised to see these two questions coming, you know, differently. A mentor is different from a coach. I will give that as an assignment. I'll just tell you this. Coaches don't play. Mentors can play. All right, that's just to summarize the difference. Think of any sports great person. Nowadays, we call them the GOAT in any sport. Think of any GOAT in any sport, greatest of all time. Google them, do some research. They do not achieve greatness alone. They work with coaches. And you'll be surprised, they also have mentors. So as you plan your next move, for that role that you're planning for, do you have someone who can mentor you in it? I come back to what Victor mentioned, the kind of opportunities you're being given in this ecosystem by the Cybersecurity Challenge Nigeria team, right? You've been given an opportunity. Think about these 2 points. Now, which tools do you have? Victor mentioned one very big and important tool today that is very relevant. Are you on LinkedIn? I don't know if MC, you can do a quick poll and say how many are on LinkedIn, or anyone on LinkedIn, you can raise your hand on the chat. Let's see how many are on LinkedIn. So far, I've seen only 3, 4, 5. All right, the number is increasing. Okay, so MC, you'll tell us what is the final verdict. So which tools do you have to articulate your value? How will you tell other people what skills you have? Lastly, and very important, is are you investing in yourself? Certifications cost money. Certifications cost money. They are not free. You will pay what? Up to, different certifications cost different amounts. Are you ready to spend money so that you can stand out? Money on yourself, money on another course, all right? Money on validating the skills that you have today. You're saying you're a cybersecurity analyst. How will that show? How will that be known if you face a HR outside your country, not inside your country? Because we're in a global village. So you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in yourself to get new, what are they called? New skills. You have to invest in yourself. And as you invest in yourself, what happens is that you get new knowledge, right? If you invest in that new course, you will get new knowledge, which will help you to get new results. These new results come in many shapes and forms. If you go into a job today, you get that role today, right? You will earn a certain amount. Now, if you want to go to the next pay, right? How will you, what do you need to do? You need to invest in yourself. So new knowledge will help you to get new results. If you don't do that, you'll be using old knowledge. Relying on that old knowledge, you will not solve new problems or new challenges coming up today. So invest in yourself continuously and in professional, right, and personal ways. Now, there are a multitude of different tools and events that you can attend to help you to increase in investing yourself, all right? So continuous development is important. So I will stop at that for now, and I'll remind us, like the little boy, you need to listen to the industry that you want to play in. You need to listen to what skills do you have, and then you work for it. You need to identify yourself. You need to articulate the value that you have in the industry. So as a CompTIA partner, I'm very glad Victor and the team are working hard to give you these opportunities. As Victor has said, we are going to support these endeavors by way of giving you access to certifications, giving you access to content, which you can learn online, in a self-paced manner. Now that you've already done the first step, you just now need to work on working on that certification. CompTIA has got tools that allow you to prepare. You have a target date. You say, I'm going to give myself 2 months. I'm going to achieve this certification. You can sit for those certifications online, or you can go to a testing center. So Victor and team are going to guide you, and we are in this to help you to succeed. So thank you very much for listening to me, and back to you, MC.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Benjamin, for that wonderful session. It was indeed impactful, and we really learned a lot. However, at this moment, we'll be taking questions, so do well to just raise your hands and we can ask Mr. Benjamin any questions we may have regarding any aspects of his speech or any other aspects we need clarity on. So if you're interested in asking your question, just raise your hand and then you can unmute yourself to go ahead.
I think they are waiting for the TikTok and taking serious notes.
Okay, we have a first question. Yes, please go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for the words of wisdom. Thank you so much. To be quick, I want to ask, which certification does CompTIA offer for a career in IoT? That's my question. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Can we take a few so that I answer them at once, MC?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can do that. Okay. So next question, please. Kindly just unmute yourself and then go ahead with your question.
All right. Maybe as we wait for the next one, I can answer this first one. So IoT, Internet of Things. So in CompTIA, you have to begin at the beginning. So if you want to build a foundation and venture into IoT, you will need to look at, like I said, first, what is the requirement out there? I'll give a quick example. If you're looking for a job in technology development, you're looking for a job as a developer. It is not so much about your certification. Certifications will be good, but what will also count is how many projects have you done? How many submissions do you have on GitHub? Do you have a profile? Can people check out the work that you have done besides the validation of what you know? All right. Now, in IoT, this is wide. And you're looking at eventually being able to program drones, for example, that will work for a specific use case. A specific use case like in agriculture. The drone needs to go and spray within the borders of a flower farm, right? That's a specific use case. Now, that person who will be programming that drone, you need to understand several aspects. One, there is the software side of things. So you need a programming language. So which programming language is used for drones? You need to get that down. From a CompTIA perspective, before you even get there, you need to understand that hardware, because you're talking about integrating your software, working with a specific hardware, and you attach the chemicals to be sprayed to go there. So in CompTIA, you will begin with a course called CompTIA A+. You will learn about hardware, troubleshooting hardware, working with software. You will consider also Network Plus, so that you are able to make sure that from the physical aspect of networking, you need to understand how to put things together. From the the devices speaking to each other, that's still networking. You will be now having that background to now move into other more specific areas. So from CompTIA, you start with A+, you go to N+, and consider also Cloud+. Cloud+ is nowadays, we do not necessarily buy all the infrastructure and keep it in your server room. You can hire that infrastructure and use it online. So you need to understand, how does the cloud work? Right? So those are 3 steps that you can take from a CompTIA perspective.
Thank you very much. Very insightful. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Okay, thank you, sir. We have quite a few questions and comments in the chat section. So Dazzles is asking, does CompTIA give CCNA who's interested in networking? I think you touched a bit on this. And
Yes.
someone else is asking, can you give us free vouchers from CompTIA?
Okay, so let's start with
Okay, do I go on with the third question?
Let me answer those two
Okay.
first. So when it comes to networking, CompTIA gives vendor neutral certifications and also learning, okay, learning content. We do not focus on a particular vendor when you are learning any CompTIA course. Now, why this is meant like that is so that when you land in, remember, A+ vision is to prepare the workforce of today and tomorrow. So we don't want to focus on a vendor's products. We want you to be holistic. When you learn the skill, you should be able to land in any environment and quickly adapt on what you need to do. When it comes to networking, Network Plus is the course to do. And now when you go for that CCNA or for that Huawei certification, any other networking certification, your scores are going to be higher. You are going to perform better. Why? Because you started networking from a vendor neutral perspective. When you move into any particular vendor, now you'll be seeing the specifics. So already, by the time you're getting there, you will have learned what are the fundamentals in a very clear way. So you become more productive in that environment that you will land in. Now, as for the free vouchers, I will leave this to Mr. Victor. He is the only person who has authority to say, we are giving this to Dazzles because she has done very well. But CompTIA will definitely support Victor and team for any of the initiatives that they are running. Yeah.
Wow, thank you very much, sir.
Welcome. All right, so.
Okay, thank you, sir. Someone, Adironke is asking, considering articulation of your abilities, can you give an example of what someone could say that could sound appealing? Considering articulation of your abilities, could you give us an example of what someone could say that would sound appealing?
That's very difficult to do, because remember, this is not articulation in a, it has to be specific. It has to be speaking to a need. Remember my example about you're meeting with Dangote, you're on the same lift. So if he tells you, I'm opening a new factory, a new refinery, and we are looking for someone in security, or we're implementing this and that with technology, you need to tune into that and answer, what are your abilities based on the opportunity, right? Otherwise, you're going to end up saying, it was nice to meet you, and there'll be no follow-up. So the articulation, and this question is actually very loaded. Here's what I would recommend. Now, go and search in Google. This is something that should be helpful for many of us. There is a book called Career Game Plan. All right, I will share with Victor a few of those resources, and he can in turn share with you, and probably organize for a talk that will just focus on how do you articulate those abilities. First and foremost, how do you even now note down the abilities? Remember, I asked you the question. It is not about how smart are you. It is about, who can remind me? Let's see if someone was listening. It's not about how smart you are, but how? Who is willing to fill up the dots?
How are you smart?
Exactly.
How are you smart?
Yes.
How smart are you?
I'm impressed. People are listening. This is good. Yeah, so there is a whole other, it's a whole other subject that takes time. People have actually worked on it, and they have created methods and ways of how you can articulate your value, right? I'm going to put a link for you to take a look at. It's actually a book, it's actually a guide, but not just a guide. There are normally seminars that are organized for you to do this, to work on this. So yeah, you can take a look at that. But like I said, I'll work with Victor to see how he can organize for this aspect of planning, career planning, and articulating your value can happen. Yeah. Any other questions?
No, sir, none in the chat box, except we want to ask a question personally. Okay, one just came in. What are the security courses to consider for artificial intelligence security specialists? Hello, sir.
Oh, sorry, I was speaking while muted. Yeah, so I was saying that in security, we have different stages. The first stage you would need to cover is Security Plus, where you learn certain aspects of security. That's where you begin. Certain aspects from the operating system to hardware and so on and so forth. Now, once you have done Security Plus, you move on to cybersecurity analyst role, all right? And then you will move to cybersecurity practitioner. So, but before you get to practitioner is if you have a leadership, if you're a manager, for example, you're in a leadership role, you've had years of experience in the industry of practicing, right? So practitioner is reserved like at the top. But one other aspect that you have to learn if you're serious about security is pen testing, all right? So pen testing will help you to learn how do you make sure that if you have a solution, that is running in a bank for artificial intelligence on artificial intelligence, how will it be impenetrable, or how will you protect it from being penetrated by people with the wrong intentions? So consider starting with Security Plus, becoming a cybersecurity analyst, and pen testing. And if you are in the line of management where you advise the top management on what does the bank, for example, what does the enterprise need to do to handle to handle the threats that are coming up, the new threats. If that is going to be your trajectory, then consider the cybersecurity practitioner.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I believe that's all for our questions.
Great. All right, thank you very much, and
Thank you
congratulations
so much.
to all those who have gotten to this stage and graduating. All the best, and I hope to see everyone articulating their value and getting certified and getting to learn and invest in themselves through certifications from CompTIA, as well as learning the other courses. Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you so very much, sir. We do appreciate your time with us and your very impactful session. Thank you, sir, once again. Okay, so next up, we'll be having awards and recognitions. Mr. Precious Olives, are you online with us?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Olives, okay, yes, the floor is yours, sir.
Okay, please, can I have the slides up? Please, can I have the slide up? Meanwhile, while at that, I really want to thank Mr. Benjamin. This was a pretty much amazing session, even for myself. And I really can't express how it's really an amazing opportunity to be celebrating with the Shiroots Cohort 1 graduates. And I really can't congratulate any of you less. I mean, it's your day, and we've all be congratulating you. And I wish I can even do more than just congratulate every one of you here. It's not easy. And forward to the event of today, I'll be recognizing the outstanding ladies of this year's bootcamp. Truly, all of us have been outstanding, yeah, because the tenacity we put into this whole thing, and amidst your work and some of us school and more. But though, they say give Caesar to give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. So even while we are all outstanding already, there are other people who actually were extremely outstanding. We'll be starting off with the top 3 contributors I have here. And can I have their names on the next slide? And the first person here is Oluwaseyi Ninilola Akemu Sire. I don't know if I got that right. And I personally want to congratulate her. She actually came out to be the top 1 contributor of this year's bootcamp. Oluwaseyi Niniola, please, if you're here, just say hi, just for us to be sure you are here and it's not robots.
Hi, good evening.
Oh my goodness, good evening. And we really want to appreciate your contributions. You could hear her voice. I mean, I could really hope to hear that satisfying, calm voice in my contributions. Of course, our next person is Olaide Omolola Alabi. Please, if you're here, do well to also say hi so that it proves you're not a robot.
Hi, good evening, sir.
Good evening. And finally, we really appreciate you, Olaide, for your contributions in your bootcamp, the questions you asked and more. I mean, your colleagues can actually tell more than me, myself. Also on the list, the next person is John Blessing Lekita. Please, if you're here, John Blessing Lekita, please, if you're here, just say hi.
Hi, good evening.
Oh, good evening. So these are the amazing girls we have, ladies, I would rather prefer to say, amazing ladies who were our top contributors amongst every other person. And I'm sure a lot of these graduates today gain much from your contributions in one way or the other. And to that, we really appreciate and congratulate you all. Your questions, people feel when people ask questions, they might be actually asking too much, but I've been in situations whereby questions did really solve most of my own questions. I'm sure a lot of us who ask questions regarding the CompTIA certifications and more, they're not just speaking for themselves. Congratulations to these ladies. Congratulations to these ladies. And furthermore, I'll also want to move to, so yeah, we're still congratulating them. So for that, we want to move to the coaches. You see, just the way we have the contributors here, and there's a speaker, I think that is Ashley Kurek, actually once mentioned that the quality of your life will actually be determined by the quality of your contributions. When you work to improve the life of others, your life improves automatically. I'm sure that your coaches here have been really amazing doing what they do. Just the way we have our top 3 contributors, we also have our coaches to appreciate. And first year I have Coach Mary. Coach Mary, I'm sure you're the one actually anchoring this event, but still, I'll still love to hear your voice that you're here. Coach Mary, if you're here, can you indicate? Coach Mary?
Yes, hello everyone. So nice to be here with everyone. Congratulations once again.
Okay, I can see the comments rolling down, and nice one, Coach Mary. You've done well in actually giving value to these ladies. And also, I want to also mention the second coach we have here, and the person of Fortune Andrew. Please, if you're here, Fortune Andrew, you could also indicate as well.
Yeah, can everyone hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, so yeah, my good evening everyone, and it's Fortune here. Yeah, thank you.
I can see rolling comments mentioning our cooking coach. I don't know what you actually did cooked for them, but really congrats to that. And those are amazing times. And also I have Coach Juliet. Please, if you're here, say hi to us and the ladies that are graduating. Coach Juliet, is she here? Okay. I still did have comments that Coach Julia did have great, interesting sessions. Also, I would like to still mention the last coach here amongst every other coach, and that is Coach Damola. If you hear Damola, please indicate. Coach Damola, if you are here, please indicate. Okay. Maybe she's out, but I think in earlier section she was here. So these are the coaches that made this event or make these bootcamp to be successful. And just as they've done so well in impacting each and every one of us here, I really still want to add to that and wish to inform all of us that the key to life is not accumulation. You acquire a lot of skills, you acquire these, and not giving out. It's really all about contribution. How much have others benefited from what you know? What solutions have you developed that were helpful to others? I think that's what also Mr. Benjamin Steed kind of like made mention of. And he was giving an example with the software developer. Sometimes it's not really about what you know. People want to know what solutions have you made? What impact have what you know affected others? And it is also how it's all really about others. You can see it's not really about you. And to that, I'll also be moving to congratulating the winners. Can we have that? The academic excellence winners. All right, so truly, we can tell that those who have learned the power, Tony Robbins actually did say this, those who have learned the power of sincere and selfless contribution experience life's deepest joy, which is true fulfillment. And we could tell how we are all happy about our coaches and those that contributed to this course. And of course, I'll tell you that they are more happier. They have the true fulfillment to see that over 300 ladies are actually graduating from their impactful sessions. All right, so let's have the winners. Our winners will be congratulating them now for calling them from the 5th down to the 1st. I have here the person of Esther Fumilola. She's from Nigeria. And she actually took 5th place out of the 300 ladies we have here, if no more. Congratulations to Esther. Esther, if you're here, please, can you just say hi, just for us to be sure you. Is Esther here? Okay. Congratulations to you, Esther. She actually came 5th. And most importantly, Mr. Victor did mention the session alongside a lot of other people that learning has no age. And to this one actually did caught me a lot. I was so impressed and I was so happy when I saw that. I have a person who come 4th place in the person of Lima Rose. She's from Cameroon. Please, if she's here, I would like to hear her indicate she's our grandma who was also part of this boot camp. And trust me, for her to be here, it means she actually aced every other thing, talk more about the assignments.
She's right there. She's right there, coach. She's right there.
Oh my goodness.
At 62.
Yes, let's have the
Thank
congratulations.
you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Please, where is Malima Rose? Can we have her here?
I'm right here, coach. I'm right here.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well done, my sister. I'm proud of you.
Congrats
I'm
very
really
much,
proud of
Mama
myself
Rose.
too. I never knew I could go this far. And I really thank the team, everybody on the team for giving me the opportunity and then dragging me along the way.
Was
and I really
brilliant.
said so. Thank you so much.
Congrats, Mama Rose.
You,
This is a lot.
my sister, you did it.
I think this is even a huge motivation for myself, and I'm like, oh, of course I need to do twice as hard as I already do. All right, so it's really amazing to have them here. They came fourth and fifth and fourth. Mama Rose, we really appreciate your presence. You actually did set up a standard, a huge one for a bunch of us here. All right, so let's have the next set of winners. I think they are the top three here. And starting from the third place, I have Shafawu Gomda, and she's from Ghana. Can we hear you if you hear? Hello? If she's here, we'd like to hear her. Shafawu Gomda. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of the comments rolling, and it seems a lot of people are really still impressed with your deeds. It's so amazing to see that you actually came third place with all of this. I heard that some of us really did confess that the sessions were not just impactful, they were lots brain tasking, and that is so amazing to have to see you all come to the top three. So she's part of the top three. I really congratulate her. And next to her was next to her is, can we have the second place? And the second place is Esther Eze. Esther Eze from the United Kingdom. If you're here, Esther, please, we'd like to hear you.
Hiya, good evening.
Good evening. This is Esther. And Esther, please, can you just give us a little brief review of how your sessions went, and more like the little hiccups you had in the road, and how you successfully passed through that. Just very brief.
Well, like I said earlier during the video we did, this is like by far the most interactive course I've done, and it was really good, and I really learned a lot from it. And yeah, brainstorming, like I learned to do many things, especially the social media listening, the data analytics and all. It was interesting because I actually struggled, but because of work, trying to keep up with many things, but thankfully here I am, second place. Thank you.
So amazing. Second place, she's taking the silver medal. So that is so amazing. She's also serving as a motivation to me, myself, and to every other lady here. So let's see who took the gold medal. And that is our overall winner for the She Roots Bootcamp Cohort 1 2022. Let's have that person. Our best overall graduating student is Jane Muse. I don't know if I got her name correctly. Jane Muse, she's from Nigeria. Jane, if you're here, please can you just give us a shout out? Hello, Jane, our gold winner. If she's here, can you give us a shout out? Oh, okay. Okay, she's currently not on call. It would have been so amazing to hear from her. And I really want to hear about her experience. So congrats to Jane. And I'm seeing comments rolling and somebody mentioning that she's the best team leader. So I think it's amazing to have this ladies to come first, and they actually like serving as examples to a bunch of others. We really want to especially congratulate them. So I'm pretty sure that this amazing accomplishment is just one step on your journey. And for everyone, their ability and your ability to relentlessly search for solutions to problems, your problem-solving skills, your analytical skills, your innovative ways to improve the world is the key to success. And I'm so happy we all came this far. And to this, I want to say congratulations to the class of 2022 Shiroots graduates, Bootcamp. Congratulations to everyone. Congratulations to everyone. Please congratulate yourself as well.
Thank you, Mr. Olives. Thank you, Second G. Thank you, everyone. So
Sorry.
on behalf.
Sorry, I think I just have Shafawu Gomda. Please, Shafawu Gomda, if you're here, please can we hear the shouter? She was a bronze winner and the person who came third. Shafawu Gomda, if you're here, please can you shout out? I thought I saw her comment.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, okay. She was a bronze winner and the person who came third. Please can you shout out?
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. We can hear you.
Okay, as I was saying, it was really an amazing encounter, especially with the coaches. They have time for everyone. My regards, a very shout out to SciSec NG team, especially Coach Mary, Coach Olives. I can't mention all, but all I can say is that I'm really grateful for the knowledge impacted on me. It was really an amazing and a wonderful session.
Oh, this is a lot of nice feedback to hear from you. We thank you so much, Osman. Okay, over to you, Coach Mary. Congratulations to every Shiroots class of 2022 Shiroot Bootcamp Cohort 1. We really appreciate you for joining and striving to the end. You all are the true winners, and you are for trying. You know, trying is actually it's not about winning, it's about trying, and trying is just everything. So for the fact you tried and you tried harder and you are here today, we want to say you all are the real MVPs. We appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Coach Mary, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Olives. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, SciSec. Thank you, Shiroots participants. All right, so right now we'll be having a brief review sessions and appreciation from participants from the Shiroots Bootcamp. First up will be Deborah Taiwo in the person of Dazzles, after which we'll be having Esther Menyo, and lastly we'll be having Mistura Adeyemi. So please, Dazzles, unmute yourself and let's hear your appreciation.
Thank you very much. In fact, I'm full of gratitude. I'm super excited. My name is Deborah Taiwo Akinyemi, and I am speaking to you from Kano State, Nigeria. The impact of the Shiroots program has been so immense. Thank you, SciSec NG. Thank you, Upgraded Era, our sponsors. You practically paid our school fees. Like, you took the burden of finance, the finance aspect of getting a certification of our budget. So we are super excited. So on behalf of the Shiroots Bootcamp Cohort 1 participant, we say a big thank you. We say a big thank you. All the Shiroots, we are saying thank you. Everybody please say thank you, SciSec NG.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
We can't
you.
thank you enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Over to you.
Coach Mary.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dazzles, for that very wonderful appreciation. Do we have Esther Menyo on your online? It's your turn now.
Yes, yes, you do.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, good evening, y'all. My name is Esther Mayo Ape. I'm speaking to you from Abuja. Well, the Shirut Bootcamp, it came at a time when, okay, as someone that was already in cybersecurity, and at a time when I was trying to dump it, and I was feeling like this is not for me. I was down, so I was in a low place in my life at the time, and I felt like tech is not for me. Tech generally wasn't for me. And luckily, I put into the boot camp, and I was chosen. And I can tell you from the very first day to the last day of it, it was every bit of challenging, exciting. It was thrilling for me to combine work because I was about to resign from my cybersecurity job too. And it just proved to me that community was all I need. I just needed a community of people who are not perfect, just like I wasn't perfect, just to tell me that, okay, this is the push you need to just go forward, no matter the circumstances. And I'm very, very grateful that this platform was able to help me and help every other person too. And I'll say I'm proud of what I've learned. I'm proud of my coaches, the girls too. I'm proud of every one of us and everything we've ever been able to achieve. And also, on behalf of the She Roots Bootcamp Cohort 1 participants, I want to appreciate our coaches, the technical crews we were not able to meet, and I'm sure there are people we were not able to meet, and our sponsors of Upgraded Era. We use this knowledge to upgrade ourselves. I'm very sure the girls and I will integrate ourselves more into the tech space, and we'll do better with ourselves. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and God bless. Thank you.
Well said, Esther. Thank you too. Do we have Miss Tura Adeyemi online? Miss Tura Adeyemi, kindly unmute yourself.
Oh, this is my network is.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Mr. Adeyemi. I'm from Nigeria. Currently in Kwara State. During the learned to be more disciplined, consistent, and also conduct further research on topic of interest. SciSec has really disciplined me in different ways, which I really am participant. I say very, very a part of this great platform. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Tura, once again. So at this point, we have officially come to the end of Shiru's Bootcamp Cohort 1, and we are officially alumni and graduates of this amazing set of Shiru Bootcamp Cohort 1. So from now henceforth, we'll be receiving our certificates, and we can, of course, share with our friends and loved ones and family members And we look forward to some of you. I mean, we can actually be mentors and, coaches for the next boot camps to come. We'll actually make those announcements in due time. So congratulations, everyone. We are officially graduates and we are officially alumni members of Shirut Bootcamp Cohort 1. Okay, so at this point, we'll be having the review session from SciSec NG. Just a brief closing remark before we call it a day. Mr. Fortune Andrew, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Hope we can all hear me.
Yes, we can.
All right. So first of all, I would have to say congratulations to the class of 2022. That's the first cohort. And like I would always say, brethren, I will not have us be ignorant, right? This is a kickstart for some of us in our career. While some of us, this is a continuation to what we already had going, right? So I will not have us be ignorant to actually go and sleep after all the impact that has been made. So to be important, if we would consistently and each day ask that the eyes of our understanding be enlightened as we take on new skills, as we practice, as we take on the new exams or certifications, or go for this interview or for that interview, I would not always be ignorant. And on behalf of SciSec NG, we would have to say I personally would have to say big congratulations to you all. And it was an honor being your coach. Even though most of you don't know me on the Discord server, but then let's keep that as Big Brother Nigeria. So we recognize your resilience, your zeal, your hard work all through this journey, and we are more than proud of you all. It was a great boot camp. It was impactful, and all we can say, or all I will personally say, is Godspeed. Thank you very much to your coaches, to the DG, Mr. Victor, to our partners and everyone, to the students, to the winners. See you all. Bye for now.
Okay, so who else enjoyed admin on Discord channel? Admin SciSec. I mean, he's owing us pizza, right? Because I don't understand. I'm not hearing any conversations on the pizza. He didn't mention it. Exactly. May the eyes of our understanding be enlightened with some pizza, please. So as we are leaving, we'd like some pizza souvenir. Thank you. Thank you, Fortune Andrew. Okay, so Mr. Victor has a quick announcement for us. So we'll be listening to that before we call it a day.
All right, everyone, congratulations. SciSec NG Shirut Bootcamp alumni. So moving forward, I have a good news for us, for all the graduating participants, stroke students. Moving forward, as part of our effort to add value and of course, touch on the things I made mention of earlier, we will be releasing to every graduating student EC Council's O-Fish voucher. O-Fish is a platform where you learn about phishing scams, where you learn about how to keep yourself safe at your individual level, organization level, and as much as possible. So for all participants from EC Council, being one of our sponsors for the year 2022, we will be giving you a voucher, a premium voucher at that, where you can not just learn, but also simulate your own environment with phishing and learn how phishing, smishing, and all of that works. So all participants, all graduating students, not all participants, all graduates that have made it this far, you have an O-Fish license, premium license that will be releasing to you. All winners will be communicated to you. Selected winners from the first, second, third to the fifth position, we have Pen Testers Lab vouchers we're also giving to you. Now, we tried as much as possible to make the vouchers or to make the award something that can easily get across to all participants or all winners, being that we are from different geographical locations. We don't want hardware that will take time to ship or take time to send or something. So we are putting all in vouchers. So you have access to these vouchers. You will be communicated to in due time. Definitely what we'll do from all the graduates, we're going to put up, we're going to create a secluded group for you where maybe on the Discord channel, I don't know, your coaches will decide that and come up with that. But definitely all graduating students from this will definitely get an official license, a official premium license for the next 1 year. Then, of course, Pen Testers Lab, we have different categories. We have license for a month, 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year. So depending on your engagement, we will avail to you. Though the Pen Testers Lab vouchers are kind of advanced, so we will also be careful so we don't give you something too advanced for you to use. Definitely, we are out to give you something you can grow with. When you get to that stage of advanced ones, awesome, you can actually get to it. So at this point, before we go, please let's all open up our camera so we take a group screenshot, group photograph. Yes. So we take group screenshot. Thank you all once again, and it's been nice having you guys on board. So at this point in time, we'll be taking a group picture. Just open up your camera. Let's take a group screenshot. Try as much as possible to appear. Smile, you know. The number is rising. Okay, so to save time, we won't dwell too much on that. We'll proceed ASAP. So I'll be taking the screenshot in the next 30 seconds, count of 30. The next 30 seconds. Next 20 seconds. The next 15 seconds. The next 10 seconds. The next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So group screenshot for every one of us. Yes. All right, thank you all for your time. From my desk, that is all for today. See you in the alumni group. Have a great day.
Of course, I will want food.
Thank you very much, Mr. Victor, for that awesome news. We are looking forward to learning more and getting more certified, getting more skilled, actually. So thank you very much, Mr. Victor, for that good news. Please, this is just a check to ensure that we have filled that form. Please, let us ensure we fill the form. And do well to take your screenshots. Please ensure you fill the form and do well to take your screenshots. Okay, so I believe at this point, everyone has filled the form because after this meeting, it will no longer be active. So please let's ensure we do that. All right, so at this point, congratulations, everyone. Okay, Mom Grace, can we have some music? And yes, if you have any other thank you message, you want to pass across, any special shout out you like to make at this point, you can just start from your country and then your special shout out, even if it's to yourselves. I mean, we have done a lot to like help ourselves so far, so we can actually shout out to ourselves. Personally, I'll shout out to all my fellow coaches and the technical team that have been working closely with me to resolve all issues. I also would like to shout out to some of you who have been on my neck and who have been very, very active. Shout out to Jane Musade, shout out to Oluwaseyi, shout out to all the Esthers, they've been amazing. Shout out to Lima Law, shout out to people who just check on me randomly, shout out to Joy, to Favor. I mean, all of you are amazing, to Grace, to Miss Tura, to Mitchell. Shout out to Boluwatife, to Oluwatoyin, to Precious Olives. Yes, shout out to Patience. Shout out to my Ghanaian friend, Shafao, and congratulations once again. Shout out to Turoja, to Susan, to Shekina. Shout out to Dazzles. Thank you for being very active during the graduation ceremony. So shout out to everyone here. And thank you all so much for an amazing bootcamp session. Okay, so if you would like to unmute yourself to give a special shout out, please do that now. All right, while we have the music coming on.
Thank you, Saisek. Thank you, Saisek. Where's Nikita?
Thank you, Sisek NG. Thank you so much. Coach, you have been the best. Thank you so much. Our connection doesn't end here. We will continue together.
It has been an amazing ride. Very, very amazing.
Thank you, Saisek NG, for this opportunity. At least I can stand where cyber gurus are talking now and also have a contribution to. Thank you.
Thank you, Saisek NG. Thank you, ladies. It's nice to meet you all.
Admin, we are still expecting our pizza.
Here's a pizza on the tree.
We are anxiously waiting for the
boat
pizza.
is coming for everyone, oh.
One pizza for everyone.
And the triple. Coach Mary.
Thank you so much. It's been a beautiful ride.
Cowboats we ran. Cowboats we rest from that zoo.
Champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up, for the champions, for the champions. I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions.